Hey, what's up, everybody? JTC Boy coming at you with the Culture Stream podcast. Before we start this episode, I want to point you guys in the direction of our Patreon page. Our Patreon page, you'll be able to hear the raw, unedited, nothing cut out, all the juiciness, all the everything on our episodes. I think this episode is on there, actually. We talk about Gathering of Nations, GON, all that good stuff. So go check it out. Our tiers start at $5 called Pitchins, $10 called a ring of bread and a loaf of bread. That's for you power people out there. And then the Borrow Me 20 for $20 a month. And then, of course, we have the Bougie Natives for $50 a month. And each tier will come with different benefits, such as merch, shout-outs, phone calls, things like that. So be sure to like and subscribe to our Patreon. Thank you for your continued support. From the bottom of our hearts, Brother Jude, Tones, Zoe, and myself. Again, thank you.
The Culture Stream podcast.
Hello, Vietnam.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Wanna know why? Why?
Cause you're fucking weak, that's why.
Hey, what's up, everybody? JTC Boy coming at you with the Culture Stream podcast. Today we are going live, as you can see, on Twitch. Thank you for everybody that's joining us. I got the brother Tones,
Yo.
brother Zoe.
What's up?
Jude is out at the moment, but he'll be back. We got our special guest, brother Nelson, over here.
What up?
Another special guest, brother Rye.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, let's
Gotta wipe that grease off.
You gotta tell everybody where to follow us.
Oh yeah,
Culture Stream on Twitch.
Culture Stream on Twitch.
Culture with a K.
Yeah, Culture with a
Culture
K,
Stream
baby.
on Twitch.
But yeah, let's just jump into it. You guys were talking about a topic right before we went on the air, and I think it's something that I support. I know Zoe supports it. I know Tone supports it. I know Nelson supports it. Rye, you still got your shop, right? Yep. So we are here to talk about, what is it, the cannabis industry?
Yes, sir. The cannabis industry.
So let's
Are we gonna tap right in?
let's tap right in.
All right. Well, what we're trying to do here on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation is actually start a cannabis compassion program. It'll be owned and operated by the MHA Nation. And the compassion program will be phased out in different ways, and it'll be a program that'll be basically here for generations, right? And it'll be established for the market that's to come to North Dakota. And the way we're kind of doing this is kind of in collaboration with all the segments, kind of include everybody, but also educate everyone, right?
Yeah.
That's the main thing, is like education. A lot of people are just don't have the education on it, and that's all it is. Once you're educated, you'll know about it. You'll know what it provides. You'll know all the positive it brings.
So, what is the positives for people that don't know?
Well, from a medical standpoint, it brings a lot of clarity to what's natural and what's pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah.
And to me, cannabis can be something that's used long term, and that's the bottom line. It's long term, and it's something that's should be treated as a medicine. And the positive of it is not only is it a medical standpoint, but it's also a revenue standpoint. This is $1 billion industry, and whether tribes want to admit it or not, it's $1 billion industry that some are letting them pass. And I don't know. To me, bro, like that's one of the main things is why we want to do this.
I think not only that though,
It would eliminate a lot of the drug use, illegal drug use.
Yeah, man. Addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
addictions.
Yeah.
And that's a big positive for not only for Bristol, but like natives in general. I mean, there's, to be honest, man, there's a lot of overdoses off of fentanyl and pills. You know, this is an alternative to. Some said, like, long time ago, like, older people had that mindset of, oh, it's a gateway drug. But in reality, like, I've seen my uncle, he was on dialysis, and they would give him morphine pills, and he never took them. He smoked every day, every morning and every night. And he was on dialysis for 17 years. And longest people usually last on dialysis is like 5-6 years. You know, so that's a big. That's why I'm so for it, because it helps a lot of people.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stories. You know, there's a lot of stories. I've had friends that had children that have seizures, like I forget what that is,
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy, and every medication that the doctor was prescribing just did not work. Right, the second that they would give him some tincture drops of cannabis, it just decreased immediately. Immediately. So I mean, how do you look the other way? You know, like, how do you ignore that fact when it is a fact?
Yeah, I think it's just a stigma, though, would have to be, you know? And
Yeah.
it's kind of like, not to, like, talk down on, like, tribal leaders, but they're a generation above our generation. We're all around the same age.
Mm-hmm.
So to them, they still kind of have that old school mindset to them.
Yeah.
I think, but also, too, people got to understand is that, like, one thing for me is always seeing, because I worked at dialysis unit as well, like all the medications you see them on, you know, like all those commercials from pharmaceutical companies, it's like help you with the one I keep seeing, plaque psoriasis, whatever the hell it is, and then it's like, but then you could have the shit, so they're like, you know, your hair is falling out or kidneys are going bad, and so I know a lot of pills are like terrible for your body still, so they may help you with one thing, but like, shoot, how much water you probably have to drink to just flush some of those pills out, but people don't take that in as much, right. I guess. So definitely, I'd say it'd be a lot. Yeah, except more healthier, it's more natural, because
exactly.
You're just throwing in chemicals into your body just to fix that one thing, and it could lead to other issues on top of that.
Yeah. What's another positive, Ray?
Right. I mean, I'm just thinking about just all the help that it brings. You know, to me, my mind, PTSD. You know, chronic pain, anxiety are issues, not only with you know, natives here, but everywhere. And to me, you know, those are big issues. And then, you know, this is another avenue for those folks. You know, and you know, again, and just a program, you know, for the people, by the people. You know, and, you know, just looking to, again, kind of piggyback what Zoe was saying, is kind of keep up with the times, you know what I mean? And then not let our people, you know, fall in the cracks and fall behind. And when this is accessible, you know, why not? You know, it's kind of my thought process. But again, you know, it's, there's a lot of positivity, and again, education is everything, and will help a lot of people. So.
So what's the first stage of the program? Because I know you guys were telling us earlier, was it stages?
Yeah. So I don't really want to give out like all the information, like,
well,
you know what I mean?
You want to give?
But how we want to do this is provide a medical program on the Fort Berthold Reservation to provide medical licensing for patients here, whether they be members or non-members. And we want to provide the license that's designed and developed here by the nation, but it's also good statewide. So it's good all over the state. And the license will protect the individual as they carry the product with them, but it also protects their job. It protects their integrity. It protects them completely. And it also gives them a safe space to come forward and feel safe that they can trust medical cannabis, right? We're providing the service where it's in a controlled environment, right? We're controlling what's coming in and what's coming to the reservation. And so the licensing is basically the phase one, with opening up a dispensary on the reservation here. And we're providing a healthcare provider here. So it's a patient drive. We would give people the opportunity to come in, see a healthcare provider. Healthcare provider would talk with them, assure them with what their condition is, and then provide the proper education for their condition, whether they need topicals, whether they need smokables, edibles, whatever is going to work for them best, right? And that's what it is like this patient and licensing is the whole education part. Mm-hmm. We're getting everyone educated on what this medical cannabis brings to the reservation, right? And I also want to mention that the pharmaceutical part and the licensing part, we want to prioritize people in our rehabilitation programs here. We have members that are in our tribal rehabilitation programs in this state that can be taking medical cannabis through this program, right? We also have veterans that are here on the reservation that could look to deal with their PTSD in a different way, right? They can deal with it this way. We have guys that are our age that are dealing with depression all the time, and they can deal with it this way. We just want to provide basically a different avenue of getting this out there and educating. That's phase one, right? Phase one is educating, medical, and licensing, and providing the service here right on the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation. So
nice, man. I know one of the most gangster things I heard somebody say, and I believe they worked at the Indian Center in Minneapolis. He said, wouldn't it be nice if every reservation could be a distributor, a grower, manufacturer, because that way we know what's going in our weed, just pure weed.
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. Why not?
Why not?
It's in our genetics to grow. It's in our genetics to be that type of lifestyle.
I'm supposed to be a warrior.
Picking corn.
Berry picker.
No,
over here.
really though. I mean, it's a plant. It's here with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
well, coming from somebody who I've grown up my whole life with this stigma that pot is a drug.
It's not pot.
A gateway drug. Hey, man.
No doubt. I did too. I did too. I mean, my mom did not like marijuana at all.
Yeah.
And
that's, I don't know, my dad and my mom, they're just like talking about how bad it is and mind altering.
Yeah, definitely. And to me, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. That's what they were told. It's not their fault that was their education at the time.
Yeah.
But look at the education that's here now. Look at what's happening all around us. It's there. It's provided. We just need to take it and grasp it and take full advantage of what's in front of us, basically.
Yeah. And as somebody just commented about having it as a revenue stream, that for all tribes, I mean,
no doubt that's there. But if you focus on the educational part and the medical aspect right now,
yeah,
that's going to follow, right? That's going to follow suit. We need to educate people, and we need to provide a different alternative medicine first, and then the revenue part will come. That's phase two, right? Phase two is when we can start focusing on revenue. We can start focusing on the new market, right? Because right now, how many states are recreational? Maybe
like half. Huh?
I think there's like 20, right?
Yeah, there's close to half. Yeah.
Right, close to 20. Whether we like it or not, North Dakota is going to become recreational. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if we're a medical standpoint and we have our license for medical right now, that means we're grandfathered in for recreational. And that's where your revenue point is. That's where your revenue is going to come in. But if our tribe understands it from a medical standpoint now, then recreational is just going to follow suit. So that's why we need to focus on medical and licensing and education, right?
So going back to you and your shop, how has that been? What's the positives in that, especially from Oklahoma, right?
So, I mean, like a business standpoint?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, it's there's a lot of good. I'll start there. You know, there's again, it's just it all boils down to how you operate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways, a lot of different companies, and I was fortunate enough to be with a company that operated really well. You know, enough to be bought out by a bigger company. You know, because of the way they operated. You know what I mean? And so, again, you know, whatever, maybe keeping payroll, tax, you know, but yeah, I mean,
Shout out.
Yeah.
a lot of different business practices, you know, to make it work. You know what I mean, and to make it work really well. And again, you know, there's this industry here in North Dakota is in the baby steps still, you know, and to be solidified and to have the state know who you are, know your product, know your everything, your logo, everything about you,
your trademark, man.
Yeah, everything. You know, just to be in now is ideal.
Yeah.
You know? And so, but again, you know, just back to your question, just great business practices. You know, there's it can be really good.
Nice.
Yep.
Helping people out with the medical conditions and things like that.
Yeah.
And
Big time.
North Dakota, what do you think is the biggest holdback for making this step forward? Is it the state or is it federal? Like,
It's that little gray line. It's that gray line that people are scared of, right? I mean, federally, this is a Scheduled 1 marijuana drug. But federally, as of this year, they're making it into a Schedule 3. So where does that leave us as a nation, right? I mean, where does that leave every single federally recognized Indian reservation in the United States? They have to make it a Schedule 3 drug. So, I mean, why not just take that gray line and just make it legally here?
yeah.
I mean, the United States already left it up to every reservation to make it legal by choice or not. Just the same way the state operates.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean with this program. We can make it our own, but we can still follow state procedure. We can still follow state guideline. The way they laid it out is the way we can follow it, but we can do it our way. We can do it on our own terms. But we can just still do it the way you want us to. But we're still going to do it the way we want to too, right? So that's kind of how we want to do this program, is follow state guideline, but let you know that we're doing this ourselves, right?
As a sovereign nation.
Yes, and we'll pay your licensing fee, right? We'll pay dues the same way that all these other companies do, because, I mean, why not? That's part of the market, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see a tribe coming in and just doing it completely sovereign and doing it where they don't pay state taxes. They do it as a nation, and they do it as that. That's good. I'm not against that. If you can do it that way, do it. But if you can do it in a way that works with them and it works for you, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So that's kind of why we're at the standpoint of following state guideline, but also doing it our way.
Yeah.
And one of your own tribal members in Nelson, you know, leading the way. You know what I mean? Like what could be better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, on both sides of it, you know, medical and in the business standpoint, you know, it's something to point out there, you know.
Nelson's always been one to educate on his own social media and stuff, and I really appreciate that. And for me, I never smoked because it's a gateway drug.
Missing out.
I'm just kidding. It would lead to other stuff.
Missing
I'm
out.
just kidding.
Lead to me taking my clothes off. He said.
It would lead me to the fridge. But what's your thoughts, Tones? I know you got something brewing up over here.
Nah,
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I think it's a good idea, man. I was loving it. I got to see the whole program that he showed me earlier, and to be honest, man, I freaking go for it because
It'll work for any tribe, huh?
yeah, not only that, like we want to be ahead of when recreational gets here. We don't want to be behind everybody.
You want to be established.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you don't want to be sitting on the porch with what's big dogs are running. You know what I mean? So
The ship is sailing.
yeah,
Let's not watch it sail.
yeah,
Let's
for
get on
sure.
that ship.
Well, that's the trend when it comes to our indigenous people, is that we're always playing catch up. And
no doubt.
for once,
Yeah.
if we could actually be on the front line of it, you know, that's something that's huge. You know, every native wants to be first, but it's like whenever a native is first, we're still behind
Right.
decades.
Right.
I think too. On top of that, there's only like 6 dispensaries in North Dakota. or
8.
something? 8.
8 dispensaries and 2 grow facilities for the whole state.
So if like you look at it, like you could do your own grow, do your own dispense. You could have a couple dispensaries on the reservation.
Right. And in 2022, when it was on the vote ballot for recreational, it only lost by less than 5%. 4.6% it lost by. And that was for a yes. Had the state gone and said yes for recreational, the state was going to issue 7 more grow-op issue licensing. 7 more
I was
grow-ops.
just about to say that.
Yeah, and everyone is going to Sydney.
Everyone's going elsewhere.
Everyone
Yeah.
is. And not only
Leaving
that,
the reservation.
not only that, everyone doesn't feel safe to come forward and get a medical license. Why wouldn't you provide that program right here?
No.
You
I
know?
think that, and then some people just don't know what to do. Like, I know a lot of people has asked me, like, how'd you get your card?
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, and I'm like, well,
it's,
talk to this person. I didn't know until I heard from somebody else.
it's just misinformation.
Yeah. So
You
like
know?
you said, just getting educated and like, well, you know, you have a provider here.
Right?
Call this number.
To speak openly about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like,
And
there's nothing-
Educate each other.
Nothing bad about it.
Right.
Sit in my lap, JT, they said.
Some here.
And
Here
then, see, like, I don't know, man. Like, the whole educational part is so important because if we go into this with no education and just from a business standpoint, I mean, we could really lose out, man.
Yeah.
You know? And I've even seen and heard of tribes in the United States go into a partnership with a multi-million-dollar company, and this multi-million-dollar company stating that, well, if you start this grow facility and you sell the pounds for $1,000, you'll make all that money off that $1,000, right? That company owns the dispensary. The dispensary is going to go sell that pound for $4,000. Well, you only made $1,000 for doing all of that work.
No.
Why is that? Right? So you're getting the bottom a half just based on your contract with that partnership. It shouldn't be that way. Not when you have the full opportunity to do it full vertical, it's called, right? Full vertical business. If you have your own grow operation and your own dispensaries, dude, you're supplying and you're eliminating the whole retail market. Big time. And that's where every tribe could be in every state.
Well, one thing you guys could probably work on too is like, because a lot of people are probably wondering, like, well, we want more information or more, more, I guess, a better understanding. Like coming up with like a brochure of like what the medical marijuana or the recreational marijuana, how to go about it. You know what I mean? Like, as you get it, like a lot of old people, I don't want to say old people, but older people, they have that misunderstanding still, you know, like this is what it does. Like there could be a something like saying, well, this is how it helps you, you know, this.
Yeah, there's like, well, we were talking about, you know, coming up with pamphlets.
Yeah.
And, you know, listing all the terpenes and what they do and how they help and what to look for. And, you know, when you're shopping or
different terminology for different things.
Everything. You know what I mean? Breaking it down completely on anything you want to know. You know what I mean? So that we've already set that in play too. So
and like when you see the healthcare provider, you can ask those kind of questions, right?
Yeah.
And the healthcare provider could actually even do what's, like I said, like prescribe what's best for you. You know, like he's gonna tell you, don't smoke, but you should definitely ingest.
Yeah.
Right. Because
some people have like lung problems.
Exactly. Different side effects to it.
One joint is equal to a pack of cigarettes. I'm just kidding.
You can go sit in another room.
Hey man, you guys got to debunk the myths here, man.
But yeah, the
brother had them lines ready.
Yeah. Written on his hand.
You could tell my bros here, they do their thing because they all wearing green.
Right. Gotta represent.
But yeah, shout out to the bros. They're coming up here with some hard evidence, and that's what people need to hear. And a lot of people are behind it, and I think our reservations can capitalize on this opportunity.
Right. And
so there was a comment. I don't know who commented it, but it said a booth at a powwow. You know, like that right there would be a start for educating the people. You know, because I know there's a lot of people out there that want to do it or want to register, or you know, and they're gonna be like, well, we don't know how. Just like Zoe was saying, like he didn't know how to go about it, and then he heard from somebody else. Because people, before they agree to something, they want to know about it. So like, people are gonna start asking eventually, and like just informational kind of thing would go good for the people right now. While while you guys are still doing your work, you know what I mean? Even a Facebook post, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't been on social media lately, for like maybe.
And you're missing out, man.
I haven't been on social media lately, but when I was on social media, I had asked that question on tribal politics. You know, I had asked what our tribal members think, and this is like, it was from a serious standpoint. What would our tribal members think if our tribe went into the cannabis industry and we tried to do this from a medical standpoint? And cool. And I lost what I was saying. My bad.
Facebook post.
Oh yeah, from that Facebook post, a lot of our members were pretty for it, you know, and a lot of our members like had a lot to contribute. Like there was people who were extraction laboratorists, chemists, and they were saying right on the post, I'll come in and work for the tribe if this program really does happen. You know, I'll come back home and work for the tribe if they did something like that. There was a lot of people that said stuff like that. And I was just like, but you got your occasional people of, well, it's going to bring crime rates, it's going to bring this, it's going to bring that. That's where you see the miseducation right there.
Well, I think the oil brought the crime rate.
Backing up, that's, you know? Crime rate has been here.
Yeah.
Right?
Newtown, when growing up, you know, it was a town of like 5,000 people. But
yeah, bro, I could
boom,
ride my bike everywhere here, walk around downtown, go to the pool. Dude, we used to walk around downtown and go to the Newtown pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would never let my kid do that.
Yeah, I think it was like 2006 when they started the oil field here. And yeah, it's bad now. Like we seen some kids walking that one day and we're like, man, we would never let Carries do that, or we wouldn't know. Like,
how will this work for
definitely changed.
Military personnel who suffer with PTSD. So, medical cannabis is actually one of the highest recommended things for PTSD
It's one of the main avenues.
Yes, it is. It really is, and it's a long term avenue that you can take that has zero chance of overdose.
You could overdose, but probably could just go to sleep.
I mean,
I OD'd every time I smoked.
I mean, you might fall asleep, might eat.
Yeah, I've seen so much ex-military personnel like working in Colorado and Oklahoma coming in like older folks, man. Why wasn't this accessible earlier? That was 100% the response every single time. And I don't have the answer for that. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, that just to point that out, you know.
The tribe don't honor medical marijuana. Well, they're about to, and they should be. And yeah, like Rylan said, the once people find out the education and the real facts about what this provides, it just opens up their mind.
Yeah,
really, it really does. And I've seen people go against it their whole life until they had no option but to believe in it.
yeah.
Right? They had no option but to believe in it. And why does it have to go that far? It doesn't. It's available now, right? The education's here. We're trying to provide a program that's here. I mean,
not man-made,
right? If you can put something in the soil yourself and watch it grow up for 90 days, and then you take it down yourself and do everything you want for it, then you provide the medicine for your member. Why wouldn't you do that? Right?
I don't know.
True.
Well, maybe it goes back to the comment that they said about being too high to do anything.
Well, too lazy and too commit. I mean, not only that, like a lot of people from our generation find this work environment to be therapeutic, right? I used to work in a grow operation. It was 50,000 square feet. We had 17 grow rooms all going at the same time. And all these rooms were all scheduled at different times, right? And I remember meeting this lady, and she was 56 years old, and she had just left her career as a teacher to go work in that grow operation. And she said it was the most therapeutic thing for her to be surrounded by those plants and then just treating it like life. Because it is, right? And I never really understood from that kind of standpoint, but when I left, I was like, now I see why she was working in there, right? Because the work environment that she was in, it just wasn't for her, right? So, I mean, this work environment will provide people like that and people like our generation not to be lazy, not to see that there is a career in this. You know, that's the thing too, is that a lot of people think there is no career in this. There is. It's just now starting.
Yeah.
You know, back to the laziness thing is like, hate to call everyone out here, but like how many people are getting down and coming to work every day on time? You know what I mean? Like really, you know what I mean? Like you'd be surprised to see people coming forward. You know what I mean? Like really, like, you know, I've seen so many old folks who like finally came forward, and you know what I mean? And like really, just realistically, like you'd be surprised, you know, if everyone came forward, and you know what I mean? Like really, like it's people show up, you know, it's just another part of that propaganda. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know what I mean? Like no disrespect, but
it is, man.
That's the way I look at it. You know, educate yourself.
So one of the things that I want to go back to is you have certain guidelines and stuff different than what we would eventually have to face being from Oklahoma, right? So what was one of the most challenging things for you to get your shop established?
In Oklahoma, it was different there in the medical market. Their laws were different. There was at the time, there was like 2,200 shops there before we.
Dexy.
Oh, I paid to watch the.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
No, just the different guidelines and things that you had to face in Oklahoma versus like what we would have to face up here. If
definitely. There was 2,200 dispensaries. At the time, now there's 8 here. You know what I mean? So again, the competition. You know, everyone.
There's 2,200 in Oklahoma.
Right. Probably more.
2,200.
Probably more now. But again, you know, there's that competition aspect. People undercutting you. You know, like we used to sell our own products, and we'd get it the cheapest, and there was companies selling it cheaper than us. How are they doing that? They were giving away for free. You know, you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what sticks out to me about North Dakota is, you know, like getting your footprint in and now and solidifying yourself and, you know, getting some licenses and, you know, getting the ball rolling.
What does it say? If you attend ceremonies, leaders usually ask, how does it make you feel? Take away from ceremony, I fully support it.
Well, in a ceremonial aspect, too much of anything is bad for you. And if you abuse anything, it's bad for you, right? And if you utilize this in a proper manner where you respect it the same way you respect that ceremony, I see the balance. But if you disrespect it, there's no balance, right? And that's the way I see it. And
I'm not gonna comment on that.
And well, no, I mean, it's a plant, right? It's a plant. Why shun a medicine that's considered natural? It's not our way. I'll tell you that. It's not our way. So,
well, that's with every walk of life. It's how you live your life.
Right.
And, you know, it's just like you can't judge a person because sometimes these men that run these ceremonies, yeah, it gets a little tough.
They're human.
They're human.
Exactly. Exactly. Everyone is.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not passing judgment, but at the same time, I'm not trying to say it's okay, but I'm not trying to say it's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? That's the balance part is like, I don't know, it's yes and no.
Well, I don't think that'd be
To be honest, on this whole ceremonial topic, like I know some people that smoke, but they don't smoke in the ceremony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they have their own lives. You know, like if they want to smoke before the ceremony, that's up to them. They want to smoke after the ceremony, that's up to them.
Time and place.
Yeah.
Right. You smoke a cigarette on the way to ceremony, smoke a doobie on the way to ceremony. You guys both show up to respect the ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's
like I don't smoke, but I'm not against it.
now's the time to come out.
And that's what I mean.
I got a story though, man. When Mitch messed me up with those dabs years ago, that's the last time I smoked, man. Bro, I was lying in my bed like this. I couldn't move. Then they came in. It was like, eat something. So ate some rice, and worst thing to eat when you're cotton muff, man. That rice is all stuck in. That was like years ago. That was probably about
Show the people how you looked trying to eat rice. But yeah, that's true. It's like we're all human, and however the person chooses to walk in their way of life, you know, that's on them. You know, and like Rye said, you know, you can smoke a cigarette, you can smoke a doobie, either way. But it's just the belief in prayer, the belief in the road you're walking is more important than any outside influences.
I think on top of that too is people want to hold tobacco sacred, and then they abuse it. You know what I mean?
It's kind of the same thing.
You want to hold marijuana sacred, don't abuse it. You know what I mean? Like there's you can hold it to a sacred standpoint because it's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys say medicine. It's a medicine, and it helps the people, but don't abuse it.
Exactly. Too much of anything is bad for you, and if you abuse it, it's going to be bad for you. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just find the balance, I guess, wherever you can find it.
Yeah.
With that, I mean, with that whole topic, I mean, our ways are our ways, and our time is our time for those times. But like Tone said, there's a time and a place for everything. Just have some respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
And don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
Yep.
Just worry about yourself.
By the way, I wouldn't smoke a doobie on the way to the ceremony. But just to get a point across. Right?
For the record. For the record.
I mean, no judgment.
I would.
I mean, I've
I
seen,
probably wouldn't.
depends on what ceremony.
Depends on what kind.
Change the subject now.
Actually, I think we'll good place to take an intermission, kind of stretch our legs, and then yeah.
We'll come back to some stories.
We're going to go have a ceremony outside. We'll be right back.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Sacagawea, the MHA Nation Interpretive Center is the cultural hub of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation.
Walk through our living cultural center, view art exhibits by Native artists, and attend amphitheater performances.
Be sure to check out the Midi Shibisha Blackwater Coffee Shop.
And find something new to love in the Oak Tree Gift Shop. We invite you to come learn and enjoy doing so at the MHA Nation Interpretive Center.
1 mile west of Four Bears Casino in Newtown.
All right, here we go. We are back. And I want to apologize. We are not doing a live stream on this segment because just running into difficulties.
JT fucked up.
IT department be messing shit up over here, so get at them. But yeah, let's jump back into it. Where are we gonna go with this, Tones?
I think we're gonna go to Gathering of Nations.
Oh, that's right. We got the 2024 head. What is it? Southern head Southern singing judge.
Oh, dude, I forgot. Yeah.
Like that, like this, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we cheer for you like on the CDs?
Contact.
Was it number 7?
We'll talk about it.
So how did they ask you?
No tobacco or what?
Did he come see you at your home?
I was over there. Nah.
Did he put a cigarette in the envelope, bro?
Yep. No, yeah.
There's a pre-roll and a cigarette. And a tie-dye shirt.
So he gave you that little baggie he gives out every
Yeah. With the tobacco.
He actually came to my shop.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Ask me at the shop. No, yeah.
Yes, for that fire.
Yeah.
Okay, my
Ask
bad.
you shall receive. But yeah, head Southern singing judge this year at Gathering, inviting all Southern groups. Come down, share your music.
How come not Northern?
Have a good time because I'm head Southern singing judge.
Okay.
Southern.
No, but yeah, everyone come down. Adding a little extra funds to the singing contest. And
That's a lot. I forgot.
How much are you adding? Answer me.
Just kidding.
I don't like being ignored. Just kind of fixing up the mic so the barrel won't have to be
what'd you say?
edited too much.
Okay.
I said, how much are you adding?
We adding a total of $10K. Damn. So have it broken down, but yeah, again, just want to invite everyone down. Come jam out, enjoy yourself. Again, like I just want to do something for the Southern singing contest and the Southern drums, you know. Give back in a good way like that, but yeah, just, you know, again, just all good thoughts and just, you know, good thoughts going into it and just want something good and want everyone to come out and show up and, you know, and have a good time. But yeah, this year,
Bring your A game.
Couple weeks, bring your A game.
Bring your damn A game.
So did you get the book on how to run a drum contest?
Yes, I got the book from you, James. Yes.
No,
I got
no. JT was telling us that they gave him a book.
You get that when you get there.
You were there.
Yeah,
You were that guy.
He rigged it
That's
twice.
when he,
I
that's
didn't
when
get no
he picked Midnight Northern
Yeah.
Connecticut.
He rigged it twice.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right.
I was singing in that contest.
So you get the book when you get there?
Yeah.
Is it a Bible?
Yeah, actually, you got to
What's
pray
the
on it
book?
and stuff too.
So are you guys part of the Illuminati now?
The Powwow
Are
Illuminati.
you guys in the Powwow Illuminati?
Was there a baggie of tobacco?
Yeah, we can't talk about this.
Are
JT,
you
let's
willing to
go in another room.
sacrifice?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna go off air for. No, just kidding.
Gathering, real talk though, gatherings is one of my favorite powwows, man. It's big, it's fun, a lot of people there. It's fun to sing at. The environment's cool. Don't lie, Jamie. You know you like it.
It is though. It is. It's
Plus,
It's a
I
good
mean,
environment.
dude, it was cool setting up Young Bear last year.
It's all right. Carried you guys all weekend. Nah, it was fun though.
It was.
I think the last time we was there was 18 or 16.
Yeah.
Then last year we went. But no, you didn't answer my question. How did he ask you? Did he just give you an envelope with a letter of request?
No, it was
Phone call?
it was by email.
Yeah, email.
Oh,
Yeah,
How'd they get your email?
it was by email.
I know.
How did they get me an email?
did you submit it?
Nah. They found my email. I'm not too sure how,
Damn,
but
that's sketchy as fuck.
they,
Yeah.
I mean, through family, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, through Connects.
But like,
It was me. No, I'm just kidding.
nah. Yeah.
So what are they gonna pay you?
So the big question
I
is,
know, right?
so, are you excited for it?
I am. Again, like I said, I wanted to do something good. You know, the love I have for the drum. You know, everyone sitting here can relate. You know what that drum brings, and it's almost indescribable. You know, in a way. But again, you know, just I'm excited for it. You know, been really looking forward to it. It's here in a couple weeks. You know, as everyone knows. But yeah. Looking forward to it. Hope everyone comes out.
Is there a way that someone could donate to? I think you're doing like a couple raffles.
Yeah, we have. I got some fundraisers going on. I have a phone raffle, an iPhone 15. If anyone's got a busted phone, hurt phone,
Tanner
need a new
does.
phone.
Tanner does. Tanner buy tickets right now.
But anyway, yeah, there's a couple fundraisers I got going on, and looking to do a food sale here. I don't know if anyone's into like a pork steak, fry bread, and green chili. That's one of my favorite things in the world.
Is it that Navajo fry bread?
It is.
That's the good
my,
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. My wife's family is me making the bread, and so it's gonna be good. But anyway, yeah, you got some fundraising efforts, and again, you know, it just again, back to what I said, just looking to do something good for the drum contest, and you know, and that just being honored to ask, you know, I was honored to be asked to do that, and so trying to represent and, you know, and make it good. So
Yeah. Well,
so,
You nervous?
no,
Setting the tone for the year, and someone gets mad. Blames you?
No, it's just
you always have people get mad.
yeah. There's
I ain't never seen you with leading arrows. Probably close to him. Done with that.
Man, yeah. Again, you know, it's you know, that it's one weekend. You know what I mean? And like, it's just again, like no favorites or anything like that. You know,
Liar.
just calm down
Not
and-
yet.
Not yet. So
are you hoping anyone comes out of retirement?
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. You know,
Right.
see some drum groups come out of retirement and come out swinging and come battle. You know, that'd be cool to see, man.
You don't mind if I set up leading arrow down there?
I
Shit,
do.
me and Zoe been singing Southern, so
I know. Yep.
True. Anchor over there.
Come,
I kind of like your guys'
come battle.
name.
Yeah, come battle.
Huh?
I kind of like your guys' name.
Yeah.
He just laughed.
Ratchet face.
Ratchet Hill.
What was your guys' name?
We set up as Hatchet Hill.
Oh,
Hatchet Hill.
Ratchet Hill.
when Nelson's brother Rylan came on, what you guys name? Fuck, we gave him like 5 different names.
The boys made up a name. Hatchet Hill.
I was saying, should I share my experience as a head singing judge and just edit it out right now?
Nah, keep it. Tell us how you
No, why would you want to edit it out?
Well, we could use it for Patreon.
What? I don't know. Go ahead.
Tell him about how he punked you out to run the jump contest.
Tell them how you guys went almost toe to toe. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, so the first year I was head singing judge there for Northern was 2010, and that's when they had it outside.
How was that?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Though you're saying with Creek and Feds, right? Yeah.
I was there. I didn't sing though. I wasn't worthy.
I didn't sing with them.
This is probably the most humble Tones has been on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm a changed man.
Normally it's
My
like,
wife's here.
Hey, we got to bring her back more often.
Yeah. My wife's here. I gotta behave.
Normally Evel Stone gets it over here. I keep saying that. Like I must listen to the podcast.
I'm just being honest, man. I didn't sing. I was there. Though.
Hey, no, man.
That's the first time I
Anyway, what?
in my life I never sang.
There it is.
So what happened?
Yeah,
So that
So
year, it was pretty good. Creek and Feds was there. Midnight was there. That's when
sang
the
with
Ya
Creek and
Bass
Feds,
started back up again. It sounded pretty wicked. And I can't remember who else.
Eagle Mountain was there too that year, bro.
Yeah, Eagle
Was it
Mountain.
Eagle Mountain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hell Creek was there.
I got them for contest. Oh no, was it Hale Creek?
Yeah, Hale Creek.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Eagle Mountain. Just dreaming.
But yeah, it was a pretty good lineup. And then after the contest was over, because we've been told that, you know, from the other head singing judges before me, they've always said like, well, make sure your tabulators stick around because they are always the first to head out, just in case people want to see the points.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave me just the winners list and just their points on there. So I was like, all right. And then getting ready to call winners, I walk back down. That's when it's on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
And then here the tabulators are already like dipping down. And I was like, hey, I thought you guys were going to stick around. Like, oh, no. You know, we got this to do, whatever. And they took off. And then that year, actually, they had an old style singing contest. I don't know if you guys remember that. There's the old style singing contest and there's a regular contest. And then a couple of guys from different drum groups were trying to come at me and say, we were told that if we were singing in the regular contest, we couldn't sing in the old style contest. And I was just like, no, I don't know who said that, but I think that was the year that they tried to do 2 separate singing contests for Northern. I don't know. That was just, I remember one of the guys from Hill Creek was trying to get at me and like came up to the announcer stand and try to like cuss me out because that's what he heard.
It was probably Stas trying to get at you.
Stas.
He was singing with Hell Creek that week.
But no, they sounded pretty good, and I didn't know what was going on with that, but that was the rumor, and people were trying to.
How you head singing judge? You don't know what's going on with that.
I only know about the Northern contest overall. I didn't know about the old style contest.
I think it was a separate
I didn't even know
family
about that.
contest.
Yeah, but that's all they told me was just to judge.
Did they make you run it?
No.
Oh.
So I didn't even know who to contact out that year. So I was just like, well, I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep picking judges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me. Hey. But yeah,
How come those white guys were judging then?
shit, they were probably the most honest judges there, bro.
Now what? A priest, a young priest, and an old priest,
Actually, I had the dude
and a
that
nun.
the dude that writes to that Cowboy magazine.
What?
Shit, a nun. No.
What?
This ain't the place for that, Hanzo.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, the guy from that writes for the Cowboy magazine, he was actually one of my judges. He was pretty good.
Cool.
He was fair.
Cool.
But kind of piggybacking off of that, what is a memorable moment from gathering? We'll start with Nelson.
Yeah, probably the first time we won it, man. We went there as a new group, you know, just wanting to. We went to gatherings just to basically put our name out there, sell our T-shirts, and let people know who we are. You know, like it's basically the best publicity in powwow.
Yeah,
right. Is to go set up at gatherings of nations, take your group there, and it is like that. It's like that today. So for me, the first time we won it, we went in just to go, sell T-shirts, put our name out there, and basically sing our music, and we ended up winning it. That was cool. So that was my best gathering memory.
Tones. Same one.
Yeah, I think probably the first year we won gatherings probably be the most memorable. I think because we didn't go down there trying to win first. We just went down there to go and have fun. that year we were kind of everywhere. We were just hit the road. Like I think we went to
we were a host at Kiayo the weekend before that.
And then we went to gatherings. No, we went to Regina, Kiayo, gatherings, and then the powwow, and then Lawrence. But that when we won it, man, it was like people just started calling after. Like that's the perk of winning it. Like you get so many host gigs off of winning it. So
gigs.
Yeah.
So we heard about the stories leading up to your gathering moment when Nelson got
oh my god,
tagged up.
The bare face.
Oh my god, you guys drew on me when I passed out. Shit, yeah, that was wild.
I think what was funny about that was like Stas's mom was just talking to you in your face.
Bro, I know she was sitting like there, like where Zoe is, and I was just like really talking. She was really sitting there rolling up. I was really visiting her, and I was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and fuck, man, my face was all full of marker.
She couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
Well, how could she say, go wash your face?
I know.
How about you, Zoe?
I haven't placed there yet, so fuck that power.
Yeah, remember Zoe said that if he was gonna get
you got a place there to have a memory. All right,
champion.
I don't really have one. I don't know. I don't really care for it.
You don't care for it? Did you like it in the pit or the new location?
I think the pit had a better vibe to me. That's just me.
Yeah, I think so too, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it
It's
myself.
cool, everybody like on top. It's like
I don't like the pit. Fuck all those stairs.
About you, right?
Mine probably have to be at the pit, probably as a little guy watching the fancy dancers get down, the crowd going crazy.
Midnight
Like
special.
back in the day. I mean, for me, back in the day is probably early 2000s. Yeah.
Oh, 02, 03.
Yeah. Like for me, so being at the top, just hearing everyone going crazy and seeing, late Spike and Jerry and all them going battling out. And just, for me, that's a memory for that.
Dad, bro.
Yeah. I mean, so like those days. So, but yeah, that's a memory for me. The pit going crazy. Yeah.
What about you, JT?
Yeah. What about you?
Nobody.
When Northern
I want
Cree-
to hear a good gathering story. That one you told.
When he picked Northern Cree and Midnight.
Disclaimer: I didn't do that. It's because we were talking shit.
I didn't do that.
I didn't mean to do that.
Actually, the very first time I went to gathering was the very first time I ever flew on a plane, and I was like 20. I was a lot younger.
All reasons.
Fuck, we talked about that in the last episode.
Back in the 1900s.
Back when planes first got discovered.
4Y2K.
But no, it was the first time I went down there, and I just showed up, and that's when the Yellowface Bros were set up over there. I think they were invited, and then they're just like, yeah, just hop in. So jumped in with them, and they was like, oh, we got to sing the Gathering a Nation song. Oh shit! Well, had about 5 drums out there, freaking singing, and it's like,
You're like, this is how it goes.
I was like, what are we singing? Jay Bagay. But no, and then after that, they asked us to sing the veteran song, and then shit, I was like, just the whole vibe of that place, like seeing that many people, like, yeah, that was always a memory. And plus, when they had that eagle flying around, when I was a head singing judge, like, eagle was just chilling right beside me.
That's cool. Yeah, the eagle part is pretty cool, actually.
They still do that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
They were saying, bless yourselves.
What's his name? Rashawn got smacked by it once though.
Really?
They were singing.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were walking by with it. Popped its wings, back of the head.
Straighten up.
The worst
No, it's fine.
The worst guy of all of them.
Yeah.
Shit, straighten up.
Fine, brother.
How did he know? But yeah, let's he's already shared pet peeves with us, right? Unless you have any more pet peeves you want to share.
No, just announcer messing shit up. That's all.
But you should have came in with that Lawrence episode.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
We kind of let him have it.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Junior was sitting beside him. So now that we're talking about, MCs and stuff, like, why do you gotta announce over every song? Kind of getting at him.
Dang. Sid.
Sid's got no filter,
I know.
Yeah.
But that was good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with our Powwow pet peeves, and then your All-American,
All American
top 5.
classic breakfast.
You're all American.
All-American, all
No
North
European.
What?
What?
What are you guys getting at?
Wrestlers.
So on our past episode, we had we talked about power pet peeves. So like one was like people putting up power chairs and not sitting in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a power pet peeve. Or someone putting blankets down and not sitting in them all weekend.
Yeah.
Like
Another person said porta potties not being cleaned throughout the powwow.
No.
And just leaving it all weekend.
Are people chaining
Those
chairs
are gimmies.
down?
Those are gimmies.
yeah. So do you have one? Do you have one that?
Those are
I mean, I don't know.
Like
I said,
like what bothers you? Like, I mean, even with way of
like singing,
powwow's
like
ranting.
singing.
Anything, bro.
Powwow-wise, Powwow pet peeve.
Powwow-wise.
What really grinds your gears?
Be honest.
I guess
now.
I mean just kind of like when you got to pay a lot for parking for no reason, like some powwows, and then just like singing wise when skip over everybody and come to you for no reason. You know what I mean? Like just
Singing for every fancy dance cat.
well, I mean, yeah, I get you should be ready to sing at any time when you're called upon, but like I don't know, it's just. You know what I mean? Like,
don't mess up the flow.
Yeah, I mean, because like singers are on it, man. You're like, okay, cool. We should sing for these guys. We know we should be. We got this category. Cool. Let's get our song down. And boom. Then next thing you know, you're singing the next song, and then it's just like these guys can sing a fancy song too.
Yeah.
But I get you. I get though. You should be ready to be to sing when you're called upon. You know what I mean? I get that too. But like it's just. Again, I can't change it, and then it might bother me a little bit, but I'm used to it now. You know what I mean? Like it'll bother you a little bit, but like it happens so much. It's just,
we're reaching the announcers nowadays, so now they've been listening in, hearing what we have to talk about, and
touching them.
Yeah,
for real?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
but like it's
people are listening.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But again, I can't change it, and Yeah, I get it. There's two sides to it. You know what I
They
mean?
messed it up at Florida. They ain't listening.
Well, that was before we put out that. It took us about 3 weeks to put out the Lawrence Baker one.
That's true. I wonder why.
Shit, that took like a. I do all the editing, and when we do 2 hours,
Start complaining.
I gotta listen to all that.
And then the next one is
Your top 5.
your top 5. It could be either Northern or Southern or combined. Favorite singers, or your top 5 drum group, like
Alive or dead.
Top what?
Dead or alive, he said.
Top 5 singers.
yeah,
Top 5 singers.
yeah, they could be dead.
Top 5 favorite singers. Jeez.
Sorry.
I'm about to close my eyes and answer questions with my eyes because I can't look at you
just
guys.
made it awkward for him to answer.
I know.
Yeah, it could be dead.
Well, on our last episode, that was a miscommunication point because we had a bro Elijah sitting back here, and rather than talking about like your favorite singer, because we were sponsoring singers for the singers draft, so somebody said, "Who's your favorite singer?" And
Well, we was trying to use it as an example of like, because he wanted to sponsor a singer, and I was like, "Well, who's your favorite singer?" And I should have said like Alive, you know what I mean? But then he's like Kenny Merrick Jr., and I was like, Alive.
and yeah,
But they don't be afraid to laugh around because we can edit this shit out.
Edited.
Yeah.
Of all time.
all time.
That's the solution to all
That's
of all time.
Not dead or alive.
He said it first.
I know.
Your inspirations, your mentors, just people
Of all time.
Somebody that had an impact on you of all time.
First off, probably be
Me.
Larry Kozad.
Mm.
Late Larry Kozad.
Oh.
Just growing up, being on a Powwow scene, hearing Kozad and running around as a little guy with Kiowa, being around the drum, he's Larry. Yeah, Larry
Yep.
Kozad. Next, I would say
You just started singing Southern, bro. You're the UL Stone of Southern.
It could be Northern.
Another influence on me would be my uncle Kurt Hamilton, Young Bird. Again, growing up, being around the drum with those guys and my uncles and all them. And shout out to Kurt too. He's the one that first took me on the road when I was 15 and met a lot of people through Young Bird and that drum. And so, Kurt, I'd put Kurt. Cuddy. But yeah, and then of course Mr. Baker, one of my favorite singers. Still rocking, still battling today, and still making his boys look mediocre. Just kidding, brother. Just kidding. No, for real. Like he's one of my favorite singers too. And then Jimmy Kimball, of course. He's up there. Again, just again, back to my childhood. You know what I mean? Those guys, just listening to all those guys, and what are we at? That was 5.
4.
Oh, we're at 4. And then my last favorite singer is my son Leo. For real, he's got it. For real, he really is. But he's But yeah, he for real. I don't know if you guys heard him, but my son Leo, he's one of my favorite singers, for real.
That's cool.
On the real. So those are my top 5 favorite singers right there. So
That's dope.
Yeah,
good top 5.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
I don't like it.
Yeah, he is.
I don't like it.
He has been.
I don't like it. I didn't make it in there.
There's no mention of me whatsoever.
Are you weak list?
Number 6, my brother.
If you could add a 6th.
So if you could add 6, so my number 6.
6 man.
Mirror tones, right?
Put him on this spot.
I don't know if you guys are heard about the revamp idea for the Singers Draft Powwow.
Tell me about it.
So we've had the Singers Draft, and we initially all picked 25 each. Jude, Tone, Zoe, myself. And then we helped Zoe with the Southern. He had most of it covered. But now we want to open it up to everybody. So let's say like pay a fee of, what was the price? 200? 200 to get yourself in for the drawing for the draft.
For the pool. Yeah.
For the pool.
Yeah.
And then we've all sponsored a singer. He was
Rodney Stanger.
Hendrix.
Jude was Junior Ottawa. And then Elijah, as a guest, he was just like, yeah, I'll sponsor Joey Rainey.
So we're asking if you boys want to sponsor. I'm just kidding.
Kinda.
And then his was
let them get in it.
Well, they can sponsor it.
Harvey.
Mine was Harvey. Yeah,
Harvey Jeever,
huh?
So the whole point is like, it's because we pick singers, right? And then we left out some bros that like later I'm like, oh fuck, we forgot about this guy. Damn, we forgot about this guy. What we wanted to do is we wanted to leave it open, and then like,
did you guys pick me? No.
Yeah, you were yeah, you were on the backup list.
You were number 6.
No, I can see your point though. I can see your fucking point.
Because like we wanted to, like we picked singers, and then some of the bros might have got mad and be like, "Oh, well, you didn't pick me. Fuck, what the fuck? I thought we were bros," you know. So we turned it around and just left it open. Everybody pays the entry fee to get your name to see if you get John to go to the draft, and then with the money they can leave with no less than 400. They pay 200 entry, then the least they can make for the weekend is 400.
Where's this at?
It's we're gonna have it here in Newtown
Interpretive Center.
No.
So we're
Four Bears.
I don't know if you listen to our podcast or not.
Nope. Can't tell he hasn't.
I know you're on here today, but you don't listen.
I've heard a little bit of them, but
So what we're trying to do is like singers, we don't get taken care of. To be honest, like where there's a powwow dancer can be taken care of with specials. They can win at least $5-6 grand a weekend. A singer, the most they can do is at least $3 grand if the powwow contest is good, or leave with nothing. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to take care of the singers and have, but we want to do like a draft. Like you guys pay entry fee, and then you make the cut. You're getting drafted into one of the 15, or what did we say? 12 drums.
Yeah.
One of the 12 drums, and you're leaving with no less than $400. So we're gonna have a draft. So there's gonna be
what kind of drums?
There's gonna be four Southern,
Northern.
and 8 Northern, and
10 singers.
Why
each.
can't it be? I'm just playing.
That's just the budget that we're trying to work with, and then we're gonna have a draft. Like we're gonna have it broadcasted. We want the singers to dress up just like the NBA draft. You know, like, all right, this guy goes to this drum group, drum 1, drum 2, and we did a mock draft one time where it was like these drums were stacked.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
So it's a cool. You don't see it. I mean, like everybody shows up with their set crew already.
How many singers per drum?
10.
That's it. And then I think we're trying to get 5 rooms.
Yeah,
that would be my next
drum.
question. Yeah.
So like if you pay your fee, you're gonna get a room too, right. And then however the group decides.
Yeah.
You can figure it out amongst yourselves.
So we'll have the draft, and then we'll do a Calcutta.
Yeah, you get one song as a group to get it together, but you're gonna get bid on for that one song.
Calcutta, and then the family that buys you, or whoever buys you, gets to name your drum group. So you like, it's crazy because like
That's kind of like Indian Relay or something.
yeah, it's kind of like it, but it's
Let's say Tone buys you
Except
your
for
drum.
naming, but
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
Can't name you guys Young Bear, but
No,
you can name
like
you guys anything else
everybody
else.
would be let's start over. So the month out, we'll draw lead singers.
12 names. That way you'll have a drum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lead singers would be responsible for bringing the drumsticks.
and then when the time comes for the draft, they're basically the captain of that drum. So then each singer would go to that drum. So if there was a Southern drum group, Southern named John, you would go to a Southern drum group. Northern, you'd go to Northern. And then they would have the next day, let you guys get a song together. The next day we'd come back, have Calcutta, sing one song, people bid, I want, whatever. Buy the drum, they get to name it. And then we go from there, we go to the powwow, or to the powwow. They have the sports bettings. We're going to do drum betting. So say like somebody has the odds of 10-1 to win it, or 12-1 to win it, Somebody can go into the sports betting and bet on that drum. And then at the end of the day, or then the last day, and then we're holding our judges accountable instead of fucking getting shafted, right? So we'll all hold up cards after they get done singing. We'll have
slam dunk style.
yeah.
Championship Sunday.
Yep. So it's something we're working on. It's not going to be this year, but we're shooting for next October.
2025. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. I like
cool.
it.
It's different. Yeah.
It's brings some excitement.
Yeah, and then like
you said, you guys already had a mock draft and it was stacked, and
It was.
That's cool.
And here, opening it up would, people actually be like, hey, I'm going to take my chance, because we're shooting for, what was the first place prize?
50
G's, 50 racks. So
Who's
imagine
running it?
We are. Us four.
Oh, you guys are running it.
Dude.
Oh, and Jude.
Yeah, so bring back the Gathering of Nations, what is it? Book? The Honesty Forum or whatever? No, just kidding. They have the Fairness Doctrine. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you where to pick judges from.
But we'll have a head staff and everything too. So
Yeah.
we'll have a head lady, head man. We'll have arena directors, MCs. I think the
It's a
MCs.
whole powwow.
Were you guys working on prize money for dancers too? And
Yeah.
stuff?
Yep.
Cool.
So I have an idea that I didn't bring up, but I wanted to bring up to these guys. But I'll wait.
Why?
I
was like, why? We're right here.
I'll come back a couple of weeks and tell you.
So remember, like at INFP, they had, was it like 4, 3, 2, 1, but they had everybody into one category. You know what I mean?
4, 3, 2, 1, as in what?
Prize money.
One big age group.
Yeah, like 4,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the prize money
That's
into
what it
one.
was. It was
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And
So-
then there was 10 places, and I think from 6th to 9th, or 10th, or 9, top 9, got 500.
So that was my idea that I was gonna bring.
Yeah,
up.
and it was all 18 to I think Golden Age, bro.
Yeah.
I think Golden Age was out there. There was no Golden Age. There was
18 and
no.
up.
It's exactly what it was. It was
18
18 and up.
Because the original idea that we were kind of thinking about for dancers was to do not split category age-wise, but like split category, like original, contemporary.
Yeah, that's how you would do it if you're doing 18 and up. Do like original jingle and old style jingle and contemporary jingle, traditional. You could even do it with chicken dance too, right? You can do it with what else? Dang,
Who was that?
Do it with Southern.
even
Southern
fancy.
Yeah.
No,
Southern and
fancy,
Northern.
Fancy.
But see, the whole thing is we're trying to focus on the drums though, the singers, because they don't.
Yeah,
we don't get treated very good when we go places. I mean, some places are like 30,000, other places just 10, and you're not guaranteed that first place. But if you're in the draft, you make the draft, and then you make a drum, you're leaving with less than $400.
And you get a room.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about lodging or anything like that.
And then we're trying to do like shirts or jackets.
Yeah.
So.
But I
be
think,
dope, dude. That's a cool
How many
idea.
days?
Cool idea.
but I think we have to get dancers though, because like,
well, you need to provide. I mean, the music's there, but you
Yeah.
need to provide the dancers.
So would you take a chance, pay $200 to be? So your option is to walk away with 400 guarantee, or 4,000, 5,000 as a winning drum group, first place.
Do you get to see the pool of singers before you sign up?
That's
Not that it matters, but I mean,
what
like,
about the
some people
singers that
probably
want to
ask.
dance too?
so that's
up to you guys.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah.
And that's something to work out with the groups, because we're leaving everything that's in the group, we're leaving it to the groups.
Right.
Because, yeah, I mean, you don't want no outside influence from us guys. You know, we don't want any outside influence as a group either. So,
Yeah.
true.
So what we're asking is if you guys want to sponsor somebody after all that.
who would you sponsor? No, just kidding.
Who would I sponsor as a singer or a lead singer?
No, this is a singer. Everybody's going to go in the pod as a singer, but before the draft, we are going to draw 12 names, 4 Southern, 8 Northern, and they're going to be the lead singers to bring the drum, the sticks. And
That's all they'll be. They're just bringing the sticks and the drum. That way,
yeah, that'd be responsibility for that.
they won't be like, "Oh, you're in charge." It'll just
Who
be,
would I
"Hey,
sponsor
bring our stuff?"
to come? Probably homeboy. What's his name? Willis from Meskwaki. Will
Davenport.
Oh,
Will?
Willie
Yeah,
Davenport?
yeah.
That's a good pick.
Super consistent, bro.
That's a good pick, bro.
Super consistent.
See, like in the us guys, like we went through like a list of, I think we had 150 singers, and like we were trying to figure out, because we don't know Southern. Like he's probably the only one that knows Southern. So, and then it's like, well, are these guys gonna actually come up and take part, or you know what I mean? So that's why we narrowed it down to 4 Southern and 8 Northern.
And then let people, like you said, we don't want it ever to be like, "What do you guys know?" You guys are the know all of powwow singing,
Right.
so we're trying to eliminate that as well.
Who would you pick, right? Like from a Southern singer? Because my thought, like when I gave it a thought, like who would I pick? I'm thinking like who would be really consistent, you know?
There's that, and also the people that are too humble to put themselves in too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that too.
That was my consideration.
Name that sticks out to me is Stephen Littlecook.
Oh, it's a good one too.
That's a good pick.
Yup.
So
That's a good little pick.
he gets-
Better than his. He was trying to get Evil.
Yeah, it was.
For real.
So was this an Evel like 6 or 7?
I don't know if he can cross though. So I took him down. I was, never mind.
He's like,
He will not be able to cross. So.
Now Stephen Littlecook's a badass.
worked on
pick.
a new Hawks.
said, I'll give him mine.
No, but yeah, he's consistent and
Holding down the fourth
needed to
lead for a
take
long
off-
time,
needed
man.
to take off for you.
He will.
No problem.
Sky easily.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was the whole thing of the power draft. It's on that, I think, on last season.
Yeah.
Last season, and then we talked more about it. Or
Just thinking about the idea, like trying to get more singers involved and kind of taking the weight off of our shoulders,
Right.
because, yeah, I mean, we overlooked a lot of people, and I'm not trying to make that obvious, but it's out there.
Yeah.
Not only that, like
I mean, it's hard to, bro. There's a lot of singers, dude. I mean, you can easily have 125 singers at one powwow. Easily.
Yeah, and Would it be cool? Kind of an idea that just kind of came about is having people like vote. I don't know.
A pool,
like you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get people that are, what do you guys call them? The no chance singers.
Yeah. How would you feel if you like someone paid their $200 and you know that they ain't got it? Not to say they can't sing, but it's like, you know what I mean? There's a guy and you're like, fuck.
So don't leave it open.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like,
but you know what? Like honestly, like the way I see it is like, how many singers did you guys come up with? Like northern singers?
We came up with 100 northern.
So you should have went off the first 100 you guys thought about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't as
so,
bros.
I know, but you gotta eat it sometimes.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like,
you know
that's
what?
The way
too,
I look at it.
You know what? Too, if it's gonna,
I'm not gonna go back and try to change my top 5 I just made. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys have it set, you didn't make it. Like, so what? You know, I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
That's a good point, because that's what we thought too. And it was actually when Lawrence came on. It was just like, well, you got to say, like, in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, this is our opinion.
Right.
And, you know, everybody's singers are going to be a lot different than ours.
There's too many singers.
And exactly. So, like Nelson said, you know, you could name 125 off the top of your head.
Right.
And for us, it's just like, your 125 would be different than his, be different than mine, and different than his. So it's just like, we're trying to make it a way where it's just like, maybe there's people that we all have in common that can make that. But it's like having a chance to buy your way in, I guess.
Right.
And I know that'll be the difficult part, but you do have, what did we say, 2 Powwow seasons to come up with it?
Yeah. But I think too, you guys got to look at, if it's going to be a reoccurring thing, maybe don't feel as bad if they didn't make it this year.
Yeah.
Right.
See, because
if they didn't make it this year, then maybe they'll grab your attention for next year. I don't know.
This is just a trial.
Lead
right?
On Facebook.
And not only that, like, bro, like, you always see singers go in waves. Like, some singers will kind of go away from the scene for a while and then come back. Or else you'll see singers kind of like not be as crisp as they were at one time. And then all of a sudden they're crisp again. So it kind of phases out, right?
Yeah.
So at them right now.
At them right now. Who are you talking about?
But the thing that I also thought of was like, because all this is all my idea, you know what I mean?
There he is. Welcome back.
Here we go.
No, but the thing that, like, I thought it was like, what if there was a no chance singer out there that wanted to give it a try? I mean, everybody can sing.
How would you guys feel if you had that one guy here to carry?
No, I mean, when it comes to contest singing, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's a singer. When it comes to contest singing, yeah, I can see what you mean, being a weaker link to that group. Yeah.
But what if they paid in just like everybody else, though? Is that a problem?
They should pay double. No, I'm just kidding. No,
You don't need our credentials.
no. But
they're assigned to the weekly.
I mean, it's like that with every group, bro. I mean, it is what it is. If you guys are gonna open it, it is what it is. But if you're gonna close it. You know, to me, like Rylan said, man, if you made it, you made it. But if you didn't, then put yourself on the radar for next year. So I'm kind of, I like Rylan
making everybody fight. I want to lead.
Yeah, because like as soon as that episode came out, like people were asking us, like, did I make the list?
Then they got cut.
That's the first time I asked you guys, and you guys said, yeah.
That was our.
Thank you.
You're off it now. That was our first rule. If you ask about the list, you're off.
Yeah.
John David was the first one in like 30 seconds. So
He would. JD would.
But like that's the thing. Like we're trying to figure it out still. It's a trial and error.
Tones. Is your dad still trying to sing?
Sure, my dad's locked up, man.
Did you guys put any older singers in there?
yeah,
You guys did?
Yeah, kind of. So, there's some
just releasing the list.
I mean,
just releasing the list.
Not to be mean, but like some of the older guys that we know that can still carry their own.
Yeah,
because some guys.
No, that's my question too. And did you guys put some like really young guys?
If you're
in
asking
there?
for your dad, then yeah, we put your dad in there.
Yes, Mister's in here, okay?
No, you guys are stupid.
Pops, you made it.
And then did you guys pick like up and coming kids? Like 18, 19, 20?
I don't
18
I
and
don't
up.
remember. Did we?
Actually, what we did
did
one
it. I'll
day,
tell you, I
we actually started.
I'm just
through
asking for
YouTube.
age range. So
It was a wide gap because we actually went through YouTube and we were just like, hey, look at this guy, and then we're just like, hey, what do you think of his lead?
yeah,
It was kind of like a group thing overall.
mm-hmm.
But like I said, there's a lot of people that we did overlook, especially people that, man, if this was back in my day, it was like I would like to have them get a chance too.
Right. And then region, right? I mean, some singers mainly stay in their regions.
Yeah.
I think that's why YouTube came in. Because some
Yeah.
of us like, this guy's pretty crispy. He'll never travel nowhere. Be like, well, who's that?
Yeah.
Look him up.
Then we looked at one guy. What's his name? Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Brock from Moosetown.
Yeah, that
Moosetown, Moosetown singer, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I just only seen him sing Black Bear.
Yeah, he sings with
That
Black
dude's
Bear,
bad,
but
though.
dude, he's really crisp.
Look, I never heard of him until these guys showed him at
Really?
on
Yeah.
YouTube. I was like,
Yeah,
He was my pick.
I met him at Shakopee.
Oh,
He's
Insta Wet.
He's a good singer.
I guess he's off the list now. Hey.
But yeah, that dude's crisp. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out still.
Yeah.
But like I said, if there's a way, maybe we could open it to the public to kind of vote on too, or something. Because one of the bros that works here, Adge, he's like my go-to whenever we talk about singing. Because he's just like, that boy's on it. He's like, man, they sounded good, but they didn't sound like this weekend or this past weekend. They didn't sound like they did that weekend. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he has the statistics to go with it.
yeah.
So it's just like, I would like to have people kind of come through if they had that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Do you think we should let older singers in? Like mentor wise, I guess?
I think you should let.
Nope.
I think you should let
My dad.
older
Oh.
singers. No, I think you should. It's tough, bro, because I think you should let older singers judge it. Bring them in as guest judges. Bring them in as guest judges, and it's like these singers are like established. They've had their own groups. They've been their own lead singers, and they've been in this game 20 plus, 30 plus years.
That's a good idea.
Write that down, Tanner.
And it's like,
Write it down.
that's probably the most honest opinion you're going to get, because some of their singers are probably going to be singing in those groups.
Yeah.
That's true.
Damn, I just
Tone.
unlocked something else.
That's what we're here for. That's what we need to hear right there.
But that's my opinion, is that I would bring in the older singers as judges, because nobody's going to say shit to them once they give their honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's their opinion. You got to respect their opinion. They've been singing longer than probably some of the singers have been sitting there. So,
And they would judge it off of strictly singing rather than
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't like old boy over here. It's just like, for them, it's just like, well,
So they
Right.
come together and make songs or anything and just sing whatever.
we're going to do like a best new song.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, cool.
we want to give away like trophies and stuff too, like best downbeats or something. You know what I'm saying? Like just to make it fun and lighthearted. And I don't know, man. Remember you and Jude? Do
blow a whole contest for a triple B. Rylan was there too that year at Onion Lake. Rylan was there.
Mm-hmm.
We had it, huh?
I was supposed to do them slams.
But, bro, that was a good contest
My
that year.
slams.
That was a good contest. But yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, maybe the older singers judge it. Let them sit back and enjoy it. Pay them to be there.
And then we also talked about, do we open it to under 18 or 18 up?
18 and up. Put in some time at the drum a little bit. There's a lot to learn.
But yeah, and also opening it up would actually allow us to kind of help us with the
So are
southern
we
singing.
opening or closing it?
I'm just gonna say this because if we have an entry fee that helps us with like buying the rooms, buying.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That goes towards a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah.
$200 in this day and age is not a lot of money. It's not. We can all go to the grocery store and it's gone.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna know you're gonna have a good time, make some music, and still make some money on top, why wouldn't you do that? Right?
Just gotta get up here. Basically, you just gotta get up here.
Right? Just get up here and enjoy yourself.
I think that's the whole point of doing the entry fee and leaving it open. That way, because the jump contest alone is like $198,000 is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
50 grand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50
but
racks.
it's
I'll say it again. $50,000.
and we want to do this continuously too, though. Like that's what we.
See that's my thing. If you're gonna do it continuously, bro, don't feel bad about people not making the cut.
Have it in the South the next year.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
and then you
that's
can
what we're-
change location, bro. That'd be dope.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have it here and then see if another tribe wants to host it over there.
We'll put it
Each
in
year.
Phoenix next year, bro.
Different, anywhere.
Oh.
Ooh.
Golf tournament too.
But yeah, so the idea is just to kind of, if you want to take a chance on yourself, walk away with 5 G's as an individual, as a singer, which is probably going to be the most any singer has made, and then walk out with a guarantee 400.
Right. And thinking about it more, it's probably gonna be easier to leave it open. Just because, when are you guys trying to have it in summertime?
No,
October.
Oh, in
the weekend
October.
before.
Well, still, I
Rapid.
mean, people got obligations, and you know what I mean. Like, it's probably gonna be harder than you think to get your set crew up here, or set of
Get
singers.
everyone to show up.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Get
So
everyone to
I'm
show
really thinking about it. It's probably gonna have to be open.
Yeah, because if you have a list and you're like, I don't go up there.
Like, even if you gave them a travel incentive, man, there's always, everyone knows there's always something, and it's easier said than done.
Definitely cool idea though.
Yeah,
Dope idea.
Yeah, I think it's
that's gonna be something though. That's really cool.
and we want
different.
like people to dress up like just like the
Yeah.
freaking draft, like suits and ties and or application, whatever, however you want it. We want to do it like dope like that.
Look your best, feel your best, and do your best.
Yeah.
Singers never get a champion parade, so you might as well do a champion draft.
Right.
Yeah, then
You do formal dinners, all that kind of stuff too, man. It'd be dope.
Uh,
Roll the red carpet out for all the singers.
yeah.
Famous
really
Dave's all weekend.
JT sponsoring. But I think the whole head staff is like singers too. Like I think the MCs we picked are all singers. So like
Cool.
trying to make it a whole singers thing where
So basically
we get to run
focusing
shit.
on
Right.
But yeah, any topics that you guys want to kind of bring to light here?
Pertaining towards
Just
I got a topic. What do you guys think about local drums competing in the local contest or local singing, or like your hometown singing contest? You know what I mean?
no.
What do you guys think about that?
it's cool. They do the contest dancing for local dancers at Sarsi, remember?
Yeah.
They have all the men come out and they all dance, and then the visitors judge the local dancers.
I have a feeling you're talking about us guys last weekend. Hey, no, just kidding.
No, cause like,
I forgot.
yeah, we were from Omaha. No, but like I remember one year these guys set up at Four Bears and people were mad.
Yeah.
People were mad because
Did you guys really?
in the jump contest.
You were there too. You told us to.
It was your idea, bro.
Just set up, bro. It'd be all good. Set up. Nobody say nothing.
But like people were mad because
Yeah.
they ended up getting in the contest too.
Yeah.
But like what I was always told is like defend your territory. You know what I mean?
That's true too, in a sense.
But then people are like, well, let your visitors win. You know, there's like, what's your guys' take on that? Like,
I think there should be something provided for the local incentive for their contribution to powwow too. Right? If they're gonna be there at your powwow, their local powwow, incent them the same way you incent the visitors, because they're doing the exact same thing the visitors are.
Yeah.
So I tried to do that one year at Mandarin Powwow. I tried to have money aside just for the local dancers, and a couple people on the committee got mad. They're like, well, they should dance, or they should get in the contest. And then that's where it's like, well, what do you want them to do? You want them to just dance for free, or you want them to compete? What do you want them to do?
Right.
They're like, well, we can use this money elsewhere. You know what I mean? So there's also those people that would say that out there, like you put 30,000 aside for local dances for the weekend. There's not much nowadays, but there was probably a lot more back then. But nowadays, there's probably only about 10 to 12 local dancers in each community.
Yeah.
And that's still a lot of money that was trying to put aside for them, but it was like people were getting mad about it too. So trying to do the incentive thing too is like people had something negative to say about it.
Yeah. People always say negative things.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone's always going to be displeased no matter what you do.
Right.
So I think for me, being a local who competed last week that you're talking about. No, I mean, if it's a little, just something like
what place did you guys get though?
Shit. We got Z'd out. I looked at the points. No, just kidding. I looked at them. Yes, you beat us, okay?
That's the first thing I said to you. I said, I want to see them points, man. I don't know how Fort Pixu beat us.
How did the visitors beat us?
No, we're from Omaha, man.
Oh,
yeah. All over, actually.
But no, it was something just local for a couple days. Like, why not? I mean, if nobody else is going to show up.
Right.
But
I mean, there wasn't even enough jumps for the contest, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No, but I wasn't
Western Dakota had you.
So they killed everybody on that fancy dance song.
Dude.
Again.
I think Rylan was dancing real hard. That song just boom stopped right in the middle of nowhere.
No, OD, he had his stick up in the air.
He did his stick and it stopped.
Song stopped. Stick was still in the air. Damn. Fucking Rylan must have did like 3 moves until he realized there was no beat, bro.
Hey man, Western Dakota, man, they do their thing. They did the same thing in Four Bears last year, man. That was freaking awesome.
Well,
what's your thoughts on that, though? You're a local now.
I kind of am. Back home, they always just, for our powwow at Macy, it's always been, you can sing, if you're from there, you can sing with another group, but your head singer can't be. Like, your drum group can't be from there to get in contest.
Makes sense.
So, and it's like I guess kind of like I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so like all the Omaha drums will sit on one side, and then every once in a while you'll see a drum group, and then they'll have somebody from back home singing there. But
right. I think people were upset this past year at Mandarin was the first time maybe in like 6 or 7 years I wasn't on head staff for Mandarin Powwow. So we were just hosts. That's it. And I was chilling at my camp, and then Desmond came running over, and he's like, "Hey man, I need a 5th singer for the bass drum special." And I was like, "Okay, all right, yeah, I'll go help you, I guess." Shorty jumped ship. I guess he thought Shorty was gonna sing with him, and Shorty sang with Battle River. So I went and sang in the family bass drum. when I walked out after we made top 5, I heard a lot of people were like, "What the fuck? What? How come Nelson's out there?" I could hear it, bro. Like I could hear it. The drums sang it as I was walking out there. But I was like, I wasn't in the contest. I was helping a visiting group, and it's not my group. And it was a family contest.
Shit, I was Junior and Rylan were saying that.
Why the fuck is?
But yeah, I mean,
why did they pick me? That's probably what they're saying.
People always get mad about stuff, bro. So,
what do you think?
I think it can go both ways, man. Either way, like again, I've heard it both ways. Like, no, let the visitors set up, and then 2, it's like, who are you to tell someone they can't sing? And like, I don't know, just like how you said, like at Mandaree when you were trying to put money aside for dancers, and it's like, you can't help a lot of badass dancers come from Mandaree.
Yeah,
you can't help that. Like they want to show up and dance, and like it's just, I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of both 2 sides to it, man. But like if I was running a contest, I'd probably be like, if you guys could sit out, man, because really thinking about it, like most groups probably wouldn't come back. You know what I mean? Like, say, I don't know, Mandaree Powwow, Mandaree drum took it all down, 3 drum contest or something. Like, and I'm sure no one would ever come back, would want to come back. You know what I mean? But again, that's like here, like it's awesome with all the host drums, the local host drums. That's like,
right.
It sticks out. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say, but even when you guys set up at Four Bears, you guys didn't win it.
No.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not like,
and then like you guys are all from Mandaree.
Right.
but I mean,
Like
it's
who
still
was
the
from
same.
Four Bears?
Everybody still,
But
sees
still,
it.
it's still the same
That's how
reservation.
people see it
I
as,
get
you
it.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like
And-
technically,
And some of our singers are not from Fort Berthold. So,
could go either way.
That was a good one there.
crying around.
just sing.
Just enjoy the powwow. Remember the pandemic happened and powwows went away.
Right. And then too, like it boils down to it's one weekend, one powwow.
Yo.
Like just move on, man. Next weekend. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the end where we don't like to do, but got to close this out. So I want to go to start with Nelson. Any closing remarks?
Hookah. No, I'm just kidding. No, just briefly talking about what we talked about earlier in the podcast with our program. Design the program for basically any tribe in the United States to approach the medical market, but also getting ready for the recreational market. And hopefully our tribe does it, and hopefully we really see this program be successful long term. And yeah, man, I just have really high hopes for it, because it's something that could really excel for the next generation too, not just our generation.
Yep.
So yeah, I just hope that things work out for that and everyone takes care out there. It's cool being on the podcast again. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming back. And yeah, man, if you guys have any questions, want to reach out to Nelson, you want to drop your email or?
Yeah, my email is my last name at tatusisbaker@gmail.com. Currently not really on social media right now. So yeah, just give me a shout out on my email.
He's getting that gathering email.
She won't let him on social media.
No, I just taking a break, man.
He'll be
taking
back.
a break from all that. So
Right.
I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. That's super cool. And just to, talk about what, the program, it's going to be really good. It could be, there's a lot of positives from it, really. And, again, it's a program to help the people here have this accessibility for this medicine and at the same time being business savvy, for the investors or, the tribe, whoever it may be. But yeah, just a little bit about that. And then, again, the singers draft is really cool, man. Like, really, like, it's something I've never even thought about that, just how you guys broke it down. It's you can see it come to life, it's pretty cool, but yeah, again, thanks for having me on. Shout out to you guys, what you guys are doing. It's awesome to see, natives, creating their own platforms and, being heard and, eating it up, man. That's what you guys are doing, man. It's awesome, and creating that platform for native people. So keep doing what you guys are doing. I like it. It's awesome. And I had fun today and get it going.
What's your shop? Where?
Oh, so we're looking at the
Should we tell them the name we're looking at?
Yeah.
So the name we created for this tribe, for MHA, is going to be called The Green Road.
Yeah.
I like it. That's why y'all be wearing green all the time.
Yeah, the dispensary name we came up with is called
Sounds bland.
The Green Road.
I was just kidding.
And
shout out Leading Arrow too.
Yeah, the program name, we wanted to name it the MHA Cannabis Compassion Program. So the compassion program is what falls under the state. Compassion centers are dispensaries and manufacturing facilities. So that's what the program would be called, MHA Cannabis Compassion Program.
Shout out to the Green Road. Hopefully be opening soon over here at MHA, man.
That'd be dope.
Zoe?
Thanks, guys, for coming on again. Thanks for coming again, Nelson. Rye, first time. Thanks for coming. Come back.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I'd for real support you guys' cause, you guys' program. I think it would do really good for the people here. And not just here, but hopefully other tribes.
Right.
Throughout, just not here in Canada as well. Just go ahead and try to take that step forward. And it's kind of revolutionary, I guess.
Right.
I don't know if that's the right word I'm using, but yeah. And then everybody else just keep a lookout for this episode, next episode. Like, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again.
And we'll be going live again.
Get those numbers up. Yep, we're going live on OnlyFans next time. JT.
Edit that shit.
Shout out Leading Arrow.
Yep, shout out Leading Arrow.
One more time.
Tones?
Hey, the fuck this guy.
James.
Shout out Leading Arrow. And Tones to come see Gore dance with this.
Guru.
Are you done?
Tones?
Are you done?
Are you done?
All right.
Thanks, Tones. Be respectful.
I just want to say thank you to Brother Rye and Brother Nelson for coming on the episode and speaking a little bit about the cannabis industry, kind of educating the people on it. I'm pretty sure there's more people out there that are interested in it, and keep doing what you guys are doing, man. It'll come to fruition, and continue to help the people. And sounds like a good idea for the MHA people. Well, not only MHA, but eventually go to all the native people across the United States and Canada. I'm trying not to cry here, but not just kidding. But it's a good idea, man.
Other world, Craig.
Yeah. And then I don't know about these two, but no, it's a good day so far.
Hey, shout out to brother.
Hey, I'm not fucking done. But anyways, shout out to Leading Arrow, Descendants.
The D.
The D. At the D.
Descendants.
Yeah.
The Descendants.
Oh.
The D.
Oh.
Descendants.
Oh.
With a little D. Just kidding, really.
Capital.
Capital. That's a capital. Just kidding.
And then
Yep,
shout out to
Descendants.
Jude too. I'm fucking talking, man.
Sorry.
Shout out Tanner too. Sorry, it's Tanner. I forgot.
Tanner.
Yeah.
And then Thad. And then
Mitchell's twin back there.
Shout out Smitchy.
but no, for real, like I know people are gonna be listening to this. That
You're not gonna shout out your wife?
No, she said
No.
she don't like to be put on blast.
Shout out to my sister.
Shout out to Tasha in the house right now.
Tasha, put up Tasha.
Put it everybody right now for Tasha.
Put it up for her for putting up with my shit.
Yep. I'm
But
sick
anyways.
of it.
Let's wrap this up. Let's not let JT talk anymore.
That wraps it up for today. This episode.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Guys. I want to give a shout out to Nelson and Rye for coming through. These guys for trying to cut me off. Doing the quickest ending here. Shout out to Tanner, Thad, Tosh, and everybody out there that's listening. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. We'll be on live again. And hit up Zoe's OnlyFans. Thank you. Later.
Oh, wait.
Culture Stream with a K.
Yeah, Culture with a K.
Culture with a K.